Hey guys, Major1 here, and I'm giving you my first deck profile. This deck profile will be on my Fire Fist deck. I've been using Fire Fist for about 2 years and a half, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a deck that got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's start on the main deck. Three Prophet of the Fire Fist Bears. Bear is the monster that deals with other big monsters. His first effect, this you can send when you inflict damage to your opponent, you can set 1/5 formation spell directly from your deck. So yeah, anytime this card inflicts battle damage. His second effect is you can send a face-up fire formation you control to target one monster on the field and destroy it. So if you get this off first turn, if you're going second, you swing, you get a search, you get Tanki or Tensu or whatever fire formation spell you want from your deck. In this deck I am running 1 Gorilla. I was thinking about buffing this up to 2 because it is quite handy. Gorilla, when it attacks a monster and it destroys the monster, you can set a 5 formation spell. So if this card swings into a defense attacking, you get to set a spell. Its other effect is it's the same as Bear's effect. While Bear destroys monsters, Gorilla destroys spells and traps just by sending a face-up fire formation. So yeah, similar to Bear, same attack and everything. Well, not defense. 1 Brother 5 is Dragon. He is your Call of the Haunted. You can summon him, activate a fire formation spell trap, then set a trap directly from your deck. Then you can send 2 face-up fire formations from the field, I believe. Yeah, send 2 face-up fire formations. Throw to the graveyard, 2 special summon 1 Fire Fist from your graveyard. So you can sack to summon Bear, use Bear's effect, or summon Gorilla, whatever you feel like using. So yeah, he's a level 4, 18 beat stick. Very, very nice. Next we go on to the single Rhino. Now a lot of people use Rhino in their decks, but personally I like Rhino. What Rhino does is quite good. Like if he's on the field and you fire his monster you control attacks or attack during the damage constellation during either player's turn, you can send 1 face-up fire formation from your field and then send 1 Fire Fist monster from your hand to the graveyard. Target 1 Fire Fist monster, the monster's attack, and the Fire Fist monster gains attack equal to the sent monster's original attack. So yeah, you can like swing with this, send a fire formation, I don't know, tribute, send Bear to bin. He will gain 1600. So yeah, now it's actually quite good for what it does. It gives Fire Fist a big attack power. And for last level 4 monster is the level 4 Tuner. This is why I use the deck to get out Crimson Blader, Kurin, or any level 5, any level 8 Synchro Master or 7. So yeah, it's not as big attack, it does have 14 defense, but he is mostly here for the synchro. He can only be synchroed, he can only be a synchro material for a fire synchro monster. If he is destroyed by battle, sent to bin, you can special summon a level 4 Fire Fist from your deck, so any one of these basically. if he's on the field while you synchro, he gets that 5 formation spell. Half the time, I rather want to draw into Boar than Bear, because then I could do a synchro play. Now onto level 3s. I'm running 2 Spirits. Spirit is a very good card to actually get off with. Spirit is able to special summon a level 3 fire monster 200 defense from your graveyard. So if you do have a Spirit in the bin, you can normal summon special because it's 200 lower defense, and then you can do a overlay, or if this is another monster that has 200 defense, like Leopard, you can normal summon this, some Leopard, and then synchro, since Spirit is our level 3 tuner monster. Like Boar, instead of being for only a 5 synchro monster, she can only be synchroed for a Beast Warrior master, so then you can use Vulcan the Divine and other level 6 or 8 Beast Warrior masters. Next, 2 Leopards. If you draw Leopard in first turn with a 5 formation Tanky or Tensu, you can normal summon the Leopard. The Leopard's effect is during the main phase, when this card's normal specialed, you can tribute 1 Fire Fist master. Obviously you tribute himself to set a 5 formation spell. So if you normal summon this, sack this for Tensu, while you either have a Tenki in hand, you could then normal summon this, special summoning him. But they're doing the synchro play. Or if you don't have a Leopard in the bin for Spirit, you could use Rooster. Rooster has a nice ability if it is special summoned from effect of a Fire Fist. So again, Spirit's effect. You can add a level. Actually, I think it's just a. Yeah, you can add 1 Fire Fist from your deck to your hand. So it's a rotor right there if it's special summoned by effect of Fire Fist, obviously. Also, his other effect is you can basically send a 5 formation you control to the banner to then set a 5 formation. So yeah, if you got like a Tanky, which you can get rid of, you can then sack the Tanky to set Tanky or Tensu or whatever 5 formation you need at the time. So yeah, it's really handy. For the last Fire Fist is Brother the Fire Fist Swallow. I've been all the jokes I've heard about this guy, I don't really pay attention to them, but Swallow's a really nice card. His first effect might not be good, but I do like his second and third. His first effect is you can sack 3 5 formations to then special summon him. And if that doesn't... So yeah, 3 5 formations, special summon from your hand. Really, you don't want to get rid of your 3 main resources. Effect 2, if this card is normal or special, you can set a 5 formation trap directly from your deck. So yeah, it's just like a dragon, he sets the traps. His last effect is a continuous effect. Face up Beast Warrior monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. So any card that targets, he can stop it. Basically, you won't be able to target or any of my Beast Warriors. So yeah, it's a 2k level 5. Now for the non-Fire Fist monsters. 2 Coat Soldier Wolfbarks. Basically, Wolfbark. You know some Wolfbark. Use the effect of Wolfbark. Target a level 4 fire in your bin. Special summon it. Effects are negated, but that way you could then do the overlay or do the synchro plays. And that's pretty much it. I remember him going for quite high, I think, when he first came out. So, yeah. And then a personal card, which you guys may not agree. If you want to change it to a second gorilla, you are more than happy to do so, but I run Fencing Fire Ferret. It is the main card. Well, it's my main card. It's what I'm mainly... someone sees this card in my deck, they think, oh yeah, forgot you won this card. But I am the Ferret Man. I love this card so much. Reason why is if this card is destroyable and sent to the graveyard. So yeah, destroy in any way, Dark Hole, Battle, sent to the graveyard. Then you destroy this. Target one face on monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, and if you do, inflict 500 points of damage. So yeah, it destroys the monster, and they take 500. I am known for this card, let's just say. So yeah, it's a little tech card I love to use, and it's the fire, so it worked pretty well when Blaster was still a thing. Now for these spells. I run 3 Tankies, because Tanky is your search card. It works in all Beast Warrior decks, including the new Beast Warrior deck called Lunar Lights. You don't really see this card on Lunar Lights because they're already searching what they need. This card basically, when this card is activated, add 1 level 4 or lower Beast Warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Then all the spells give Beast Warrior monsters an extra 100 attack points. So yeah, this is your search. Next, I run 3 Tensus. This is the card I was talking about earlier with the whole Leopard in hand and Tensu in hand or Tanky. This card, during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Beast Warrior monster in addition to your normal summon. So yeah, it's practically like that. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay guys, we're back, just had to sort some stuff out. So yeah, this is your normal summon of a Beast Warrior monster, so it gives you a second normal summon. It's really handy if you want to get that synchro overlay. Next is only 2 Yokos. What Yoko does is when this card is activated, you can send you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, or 1 face-up card your opponent controls, and destroy it. By just sending a Beast Warrior monster from your hand to the graveyard. So your deck is all Beast Warrior except for, well, the Ferret, so you're definitely going to destroy something with this card. Last fire formation. It's 1 fire formation Goku. When this card is activate this card by targeting 1 set spell trap card your opponent controls. Your opponent cannot activate the card targeted by this nor activate this card's activation. While this card is face up in the field, that set card cannot be activated. So yeah, I target one of their set cards. Well, their set cards, activate this on this. They cannot chain it to, or they cannot chain cards to this card's activation. So this gets set. And they cannot use it till this card's a misseed, then yeah, they can use it again, so. Next is 2 Twin Twisters. Everyone knows what it does. Discard a card, destroy up to 2 spell trap cards on the field, so yeah. It's really good at the moment. And for the one-off spells, 1 instant fusion, get the Nodon. The transfer modifier. Transfer modifier is basically there to turn level 3s to level 4s, level 4s to level 5s, and plus you get a special summon. Then you can use Swar's effect. Kindling, obviously because you're running 4 monsters with 200 defense, Leopard and Spirit. Obviously you can't use Rooster because Rooster's defense is not 200, Rooster's defense is only 100. And for the last spell, Raigeki, destroy opponent's monsters. I don't have to go into detail about that card. Now for the traps, in this deck I run 3 5 formation Tensons. Tenson is basically you attack my guy, damage step, activate this, my guy gains a K. Because target guy gains 700, and plus all with 5 formation traps, it gives all Beast Warrior monsters you control extra 300 boost, so that's a K right there. So yeah, this card could be scary when you activate it, and if you have like 2 down, that's gonna be really scary for the opponent. So I always have this card at 3, never at 2. The last 5 formation trap is Tankin. Tankin is the card that saves one of your Beast Warriors from being let's just activate this card during your main phase 1 and only during main phase 1. This card is activated, target 1 Beast Warrior monster you control. During this phase, its effects are negated. Also, it is unaffected by the effects of cards other than this card. And one thing about the traps I forgot to mention, even if this card leaves the field, it still gains the attack, and this card leaves the field, it still gains the effect. So, yeah, Dark Hole Raigeki, you at least save one of your Beast Warriors. 2 breakthrough skills. Don't have to go into detail about this card. Negate a monster's effect and negate what's in the graveyard. Lost traps are cards that I like to use because it just makes the game fun for me. 2 Ferret Flames. If you guys don't know what Ferret Flames does, then fair enough. It's been out since Clash of Rebellions, I believe. Yeah, CRE. What this card does is, if the combined attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls is higher than your life points, make your opponent shuffle monsters they control into the deck, their choice, so that the combined attack of the remaining monsters they control becomes less than or equal to your life points. So, if you're about to lose, you set this card during your turn. Then, they swing. Activate this. Make sure that you have enough less life points to make sure you can shuffle all your opponent's monsters into the deck. It's really, really good. I really do enjoy this card. I remember against my friend Bradley's deck, he was running Black Rings in a little LSD we were doing. He got out so many cards, some Black Rings, a lot of Black Ring synchros, and the Leo Synchro guy, level 10, that can only be targeted during main phase 2. Remember this card, it does not target. I won the game because of this card. And I won more games using this card. My friend Jordan thinks it's a crap card, but it's actually really good when used correctly. So yeah, it's completely your choice if you want to use the card. Now for the extra deck. In this extra deck, you only need to run 2 Horse Prints. If I had the money, there would be a Vulcan of Divine here. But basically, you discard Synchro Summon, special summon 1 level 3 monster from your deck. So obviously, you'll want to get that Rooster. Use Rooster's special summon effect to add your Beast Warrior. The only problem is you cannot special summon level 5s or higher. Sorry guys. On turn you summon this guy, so can't special summon any level 5s or higher. Yeah, I use Kieran in this deck. I quite like him. Obviously it sets a 5 formation, and plus For every face-up trap I control, your opponent loses 100 attack on all their monsters. So I have 5 face-up 5 formations or spell traps. Your opponent's monsters lose 500. It's a 2k monster with a 2800 defense. So I can't focus. So yeah, I find them really helpful. The last synchro is Crimson Player. Obviously, if you're against a deck that brings out high-level synchro monsters, or high-level monsters in general, what you want to do is summon this guy and swing. During their turn, if this card destroys a monster and sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or higher during their turn. So yeah, it slows them down a lot. Now on to the Xyz. 2 Lion Emperors. Lion Emperor is just a master reincarnation. It allows you to add a fire master from your graveyard back to your hand, but you cannot use that monster again during the turn you got back to your hand or other cards like it. So you get a Coat Soldier. You have to wait till your next turn to activate summon Coat Soldier. But other than that, it's nice to recycle your monsters back into your hand. 1 Cowboy. Don't have to go into much about Cowboy, just burn them some damage. 1 Brother to 5 is Cardinal. What Cardinal does is sort of like it's a 2 Castells and 1 card. It needs 2 5s to make him, so you can't use Coat Soldier and another. It has to be 2 5s masters. You can then detach 2. Then target 2 5s or fire formations in your graveyard and or face up side of the field. So you can get 2 from your grave, or 1 from your grave and 1 side of the field. To then target 2 face up cards your opponent controls or in their graveyard, shuffle them back into the deck. Same with my 5s cards, everything is shuffled. So yeah, if your opponent has a big guy on board, you can then use this card to put him back into the extra deck or the main deck or something like that. So it's a really handy card. Castell, don't have to go into much about this card. Diamond Dire, blow this up, or a 5 Fist Masters, or since everything in this deck is Beast or Beast Warrior, blow up, destroy a card on their side of the field. Unrock to take that guard as a material. 2 Tiger Kings. If this card is summoned, actually summoned, you can set a 5 formation spell or trap. You can detach one material from this card to negate all face-up monsters' effects except for Beast Warriors. So my Beast Warriors still gain their effects. It only affects non-Beast Warrior monsters. If this card leaves the field to the graveyard, you can send 3 5 formations with him to special summon 2 5 fists with the same attack in your deck in face-up defense mode. 1 Dark Rebellion, so that can't remember the name now. So they have a really big guy on board. You summon this, you take that attack, and you swing and destroy a monster and cause them 500 damage. Then last is Nodin, for the instant fusion you saw earlier. So yeah, special summoned, you can target one of 4 all the monsters in your graveyard, special summon its effects are negated, cannot attack, banish it when it leaves the field. So yeah, just overlay really, that's what you mainly do with Nodin, is just overlay. So well, that has been my Fire Fist deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed my second deck profile video. And yeah, see you guys later.